Hey everyone, Aaron Shifu Chen of Remax Town and Country, coming today with another Stage Your Home to Sell tip. Now, there's some physical things that we can be doing on a regular basis. You know, curb appeal, we've talked about that first impression, right? When you're gonna meet that person, that special person, you wanna look just right on the front, on the outside, you know, that part, right? And then you get past that, you get to the second date, the person comes in, now they're in your home, okay? So we talked about the cleanliness of the home. And then there's a lot of other things that we can talk about. But I actually want to touch on something that I think is the harder part. It's learning how to detach ourselves from our home. You know, our home means so many things to us. Possibly it's safety. You know, you're inside, you're protected from the elements. Maybe it's where you grew up. Maybe it's where your kids grew up. A home can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. And the hard part about selling your home is that there's a part of you that feels like you're selling part of your life, you know? I think it's an important aspect to touch on, because when someone's buying your home, when someone is buying your home, they're not buying those memories. They're not buying those experiences. They're not buying any of those things. They're buying something to start some of those own experiences for themselves. And so a hard part is that you're thinking, well, you know what? This table should look like this because this is how we grew up doing it. Well, they may not like that. Some of your furniture, you probably be like, this is grandma's couch and this is gonna be my couch and they should like it. Some people just don't. You know, maybe it's where you're like, I love this wallpaper, but man, wallpaper is not in. As much as that might be something that is sentimental to you, you want to make sure that you're staging your home that someone else can see themselves in. And I think that's a difficult thing to talk about, because I would say as realtors, we want to be able to, and most of us can completely empathize with all of our clients, both the buying and the selling side. Buying, you know, that whole, man, is this gonna work out? And then selling, well, this is my home, you know, and if you don't like me, if you don't like my home, that means you don't like me. Well, it's learning how to detach those two things I think is a little bit difficult for a lot of sellers, and it's actually very difficult for most realtors to be able to touch on, because we want to be sensitive to what it means, you know, what your home means to you. And learning how to detach your home from your experiences and from your memories, and those things are not the easiest thing to do, but they're necessary. You get to bring those pictures with you. You get to bring those experiences and those memories with you. They're not in physical form anymore, right? Because they're not in your physical home. And you know, I spoke to a relative of mine, and she and her husband have gone through multiple homes, bought and sold multiple homes. And the one thing she mentioned was it's not hard for them to move out of a home because they're already thinking of their next home. And she realized that some people that have a hard time leaving their homes is because they're very extremely emotionally involved. I'm not saying that is a negative thing. It's just kind of a reality. So in your process of getting your home sold, you actually might have to go through a little counseling session to go, you know what, remember the thing, does this bring me joy, right? Remember that one where she's like, does this item bring me joy? Yes, keep it. No, get rid of it, right? So it might be one of those things where you go through your home and you go, you know what about this room brings me joy? And then those what you got to keep. What part of this room doesn't bring me joy? You need to get rid of it. It's actually a legitimate question, but I think what she was really doing in that whole series was going through that process, that kind of a self taking a internal inventory of what is good and what is not good for us. So I didn't mean for this video to get that deep, because you know, we're just talking about selling homes, and I'm normally a cheerful, happy-go-lucky guy. Well, for the most part, you know. So yeah, think about it. What about your home do you like, and make sure that that goes with you. But understand what you like about your home is not necessarily going to be something that the other person or the other family that's moving in is going to enjoy. So make sure that it's neutral. That's why they talked about making your colors neutral, right, in your home. That you're not doing a yellow accent wall or a blue accent wall or a fancy designer wallpaper. Some people are not going to enjoy that. So you want to make sure that it's neutral where people feel like they can come in. But still, they can feel that. You guys know what it's like when you walk into someone's home. If there's that little buzz in the air, and that buzz is either positive or negative, you know that feeling. You know that feeling. And so we want to make sure that you establish a really just calm, tranquil feel and spirit to your home. So when people walk in, they go, I like it here, and I want this house. All right? So a little bit off the cuff, learning how to detach ourselves from our home so that we can sell that and move forward in our own futures, right? Yeah, so once again, Aaron Shifu Chen of Remax Town and Country, another Stage Your Home to Sell tip. Until then, till next time, I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. Why? Because I need it, obviously.